You're looking for a budget knife with Civivi-like quality and lower maintenance blade steel. You know, one that's not going to rust just because maybe you forgot to clean and oil it for putting it away. Then stick around because today I'm going to show you my list of top 10 Kizer Vanguard everyday carry knives. And of course, links and coupon codes to just about everything I'm going to show you today all be listed down in the description. And Kizer sure wasn't the first manufacturer to start selling budget versions of their more expensive knives. But they did recognize early on that, you know, some people just can't afford a $200 titanium flipper. If this is your first time here, hey, thanks for stopping by. My name is Jay. Go ahead and consider clicking on that subscribe if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. Starting us off at number 10, I got the very unique Vlocks II. Unfortunately, this guy has, it's been discontinued for a bit. And I don't know if you remember, but it came out a while back. Remember when Kizer, they were just using like VG10 on everything Vanguard? And I used to own the more expensive Bladesmith version as well, but I wasn't crazy about it. And I didn't keep it because the titanium scales were way too slick. Other than the blade shape, which, check this out, doesn't it kind of look like it looks like the same one on the Benchmade Bug Out? I really like this hidden flipper tab. Let me show you to you. Yeah, very low profile. So then once it's open, it is like totally gone. This knife has one very serious flaw. And if you notice, you see that piece of the blade sticking out like almost through the spine of the handle. Yeah, while it's closed, I can feel that with my finger. I guess, you know, if I took my Dremel and maybe cut in a big forward finger choil, you know, that would fix it. All right, at number 9, I've got the Mini Sheepdog. Now, this is going to be like a full 3-finger grip for me, but I really would rather have, you know, a handle where I can get all 4 of my fingers on there. But, you know, I got to admit, it's a practical size for, you know, a cleaver kind of blade design like this. What I need to do is get my hands on the mini thumb hole version, because then, oh yeah, then I would be able to, you know, choke up a little bit, maybe get that pinky back on the handle since there's no flipper tab. It's still one of the smallest knives in my entire collection that has action. Oh yeah, that good. And those of you that have tried both versions, which do you like? Do you prefer the one with the flipper tab here, or would you rather have this mini with thumb holes? Number 8, this is the Mojave Outdoor exclusive Micarta splinter. It's super lightweight at about only 2.1 ounces. So, you know, I wasn't really expecting the action to be any good, you know, because of how light, you know, lighter knife. So it's going to have a lighter weight blade. But holy cow, was I wrong? Look at this. Yeah. And you can probably tell just by looking at this thing that, you know, it's going to be a great slicer with that. That's a 2.8 millimeter thick blade stock. It is really good to see they paid attention to the size of the flipper tab. They kept it nice and small. So, you know, when it's open and you're cutting on like a flat surface, it's not going to get in the way. I absolutely love this super short. It's a 2-position deep carry pocket clip. And I wouldn't mind if every knife I owned, if it had this on there. Number 7. Oh, I got a big boy. Yeah, that's the Roach. Now this is it's a reissue I've really been waiting for. Now I have the original Vanguard version. It has a VG10 blade with black G10 scales. Because, you know, based on specs alone, this is a knife that, well, it's anything but practical. It's heavy at about 6.5 ounces. It has I think, just a terrible 1-position pocket clip. And, I mean, not to mention, it's, you know, it's ridiculously wide in pocket. But I still love this thing. And I think most of it has to do with that blade. Kizer made some changes that really make me happy. I mean, the scales, for one, you know, they're Micarta now. They did go ahead and get rid of the backspacer in favor of standoffs. And they attached a much smaller, I mean, it's still 1 position, but it's a much smaller deep carry pocket clip. Honestly, I was hoping for more, but all of those changes that they made, it did go ahead and reduce the weight to about 5.8 ounces. So, yeah, small victory there. Coming in at number 6, regardless of however you like to pronounce it, I got the mini Dolmen. Now, I wonder if they'll ever make, I don't know, a full-size version with these black and white scales, because honestly, I would really be okay with that. For a small knife, it really does, it has a little bit of heft to it, which I like. Have you ever noticed any issues when flicking this open? Because, maybe it's me, it probably is, but sometimes I'll get a misfire, and then I have to go ahead and try and adjust the angle, of where I'm pushing on the thumb studs. Not a huge deal, and it really only happens if I haven't carried this in a while. But I'm just curious to know. Oh, that action makes me smile every time. I'm curious to know if anyone else has maybe experienced the same issue. Number 5. This is the full-size sheepdog with one major difference. Yeah, it's got thumb holes. I know it'll eventually change, but I am really surprised about how difficult it is to find this knife in stock anywhere. I mean, yeah, it's a cool knife, but it's not like we haven't seen this design before. They just got rid of the flipper and put in a thumb hole. I mean, being able to choke up on this, though, that does make a really big difference. The detent on mine is really, really strong, but yep, as you can see, it's still Spidey flickable, and of course, so that action with that big old cleaver blade. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Okay, I changed my mind. I do get now why these are so hard to find in stock. Number 4, I got the Dukes. This is another knife where I own both the Vanguard and the now discontinued Bladesmith version. So apparently, I guess I'm not the only one that liked this one better. I've had this for a really, really long time now, and it's actually one of the very first knives that I ever bought. But it took me a couple of years to finally figure out a solution for this pocket clip, because the one that comes standard is not deep carry at all. So the trick, I'll tell you, is you have to find a very short, really short, kind of like bug out short type of clip, because the screw holes you can see that hold it on there, yeah, they're not straight. They're slightly canted to the side. So, a longer one wouldn't sit correctly, and it might run off the edge of the scale. Plus, it would look ridiculous. I'm almost positive that I got this clip off of a Ganzo knife. I can't remember which one. I'm sorry. Number 3, I've got the Z82 Hawaiian. I think that this might be my new favorite knife with a Tonto blade, because it does have a couple unique things going on. It's more like a clip point kind of Tanto hybrid sort of knife with an edge. If you look close, you can see it's not flat. It's not perfectly straight. There's a little bit of belly, which I like. That 3.5-inch blade, it not only looks good, but it cuts extremely well. Action is it's excellent. And that's in both directions. It's really difficult for me to get it to fail. Actually, I don't think I can. When I'm opening it, and then of course it drops shut, which is barely a shake. Okay, even though, yeah, it could be a hair larger, I really do appreciate the fact, that they put in a forward finger choil. This handle design, it's really comfortable, and it kind of just locks your hand in place because of those, yeah, you can see those 2 finger grooves. My only real issue with this knife is going to be the pocket clip, which, if you look at it really close, it reminds me of the one on the Zero Tolerance ZT0350. And I don't like that clip on that knife either. I mean, it just has, it's just going to be the one position, so no lefty love. Number 2, this is the latest version of the Boker Lighter. They made a lot of changes with this new one. The first one being the blade length, because they reduced it. So on the bottom, that's 3.6 inches, and then on top, it's reduced to 3.4. Blade thickness also, that went down. So from 3 millimeters to 2.8 millimeters. And yes, in case you're wondering, oh yeah, it slices even better now. So of course the handle length was reduced from 4.7 inches to 4.5. It also, this carbon fiber one, it weighs even less. And now, oh, wait till you see this. It has a deep carry pocket clip. Look at that. Yeah, 2-position. I didn't really mind the action, with this one when the blade was riding on only the bronze washers. But now, oh, with this ball bearing pivot, it is absolutely, you see, I can barely get my fingers out of the way. Watch. I'm assuming that the scales are like a carbon fiber laminate because they feel exactly, like almost exactly the same way as that stuff you'll find on a, like a Spyderco. Before I go ahead and show you number one, let us know down in the comments, what are some of your favorite Kizer Vanguard knives? All right, here it is. Coming in at number one. Yeah, big surprise, right? Yeah, the Gemini. Yeah, it's still my favorite Vanguard, even though that bag lighter, the new version, it was knocking on the door. Oh yeah, it was kind of standing on the front porch. Up on the screen now is going to be a video that I personally picked out for you to go ahead and watch next. And hey, don't forget, go ahead and click on subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. And I will see you, how about next video? Take care.